Hey, good evening, everyone. Today was October 9th, 2025. It was a Thursday. Um, I had the thought earlier that I could, after doing that, like I always kind of trail off and like, it was a Thursday. I had this thought that I was like, I could just say, 13,007 or 978 days till the presidency or something like that. Like, be kind of interesting, but I'm not going to implement it right now. Yeah, so all the goals for the day were make a morning video log, brush my teeth. I haven't brushed. Wait, no, I have brushed. Wait, I have brushed my teeth. I've not make it morning video log, obviously. And then video log descriptions, edit video logs, upload them, eat soup, go to Walmart for cat food and toilet paper, wake up at 10, and shower. So the only thing I didn't do was morning video log. Woke up and I've been playing HumanKind 3 on Roblox. I played for like an hour on my own, and then some of my boys from the faction got on, so we all played together and like started a little civilization. It was really fun. And then I took a shower, and then came back up, checked on my Revolution idol, and then Ava and I went to Walmart for the cat food and toilet paper, and then we got like a couple other things while we were there that I need to write down, and then I played a little bit more before work. I was just figuring out stuff. I joined in the civilization that we had started earlier, and tried out a new class called engineer where you build roads. So what I didn't realize was when you build roads, you get gold. So usually when you get gold is like there's kind of four ways to do it. Is like your job makes a gold per minute, you mine stuff and sell it, you are a priest and you get donations through the church, or you're an engineer where you make roads. So roads make you move faster. It's like infrastructure, right? It is insane because every road you make is a coin. Every time you upgrade a road is 3 coins, and every time you upgrade it to tier 3 is 5 coins. What? So for just a tier 3 road, you're getting 9 coins. These roads aren't very long. Like you have to make 50 of them just on the inner city just to get around. So that's 400, that's 500 gold right there just to build the roads. You are the engineers are the backbone of the economy. So all day at work, while I'm at work, I'm sitting there going, I could make videos about this game and kind of talk about like the economics of it and like how the economy works. Because if you don't have an engineer early game who's like building heavy infrastructure, your money is so stagnant. You don't have any real money until you get an engineer who's building roads and buying all the stuff. Like he is the wealthy. And so I'm kind of like you could make like a most efficient system, and it's like when you sell rocks, one per like 2 rocks for $1, he goes and builds 2 roads, he profited $1 and you got $1, right? So it's like it's a symbiotic relationship. When you go and make stone blocks, you can sell them for $2. He can buy one for $2 and make 3 with it, just out of thin air. And then when you make concrete, you can sell it for 4. He can buy it for 4 and make a profit off this kind of stuff. So it's like he really is like the backbone of the economy. And while he's building all the infrastructure, he can distribute tools. Like he can be the distributor as well. And I'm like, bro, that is such a sick concept. So I was really excited to get back into it. So after work, I hopped on. I played a little bit more, and then I was talking with the owner of the server, the faction that I'm in, and we had a great conversation. I was talking to him about at work about like roles and stuff, and so I kind of floated the idea like I would be mildly interested in being like the agriculture leader. So basically, that's like someone who goes and manages the farms. Like, there's a bunch of farmers for a big civilization, probably 4 or 5 farmers, and basically just make sure they're farming the right things, make sure they're farming them well. That's literally it, right? And so, literally, just to organize that. And he was like, "Are you actually interested in that?" And what kind of this conversation, like, I'm not really interested in it, but I would be good at it. Like, I'll do it if you ask me to, but I'm not like what I want to do. Like I'm interested in like the city planning and all this stuff, and we kind of talked about like what the end game of farming is, And basically just being like, if you have people who know what they're doing on farming, you're good, like forever, right? Like if you can have, 4 farms up, that's 6 plots, 24 plots of land. If you can have 4 wheat, 4 heel root, 4 sage, there's something else you need. I have all the pictures. Oh, it's not that important. And then like 8 food for each farmer, you're good. Like that's all incredible, and they just sell it super cheap and super plentiful. Like that would be the backbone of a great economy. You would literally feed everyone. And so we have this whole conversation, and basically just like, yeah, whatever. And we end up getting onto the blah blah blah. He said, honestly, I just want to see if you can build a wall around the market. Last guy couldn't do it, and he sends me a photo of like a drawing in paint of like what his idea is, and basically it's like walling off the market. So the market is like the center of your civilization, and it's walling off the market, and then having stuff around it, and then having like secondary walls, and so everything's like connected by roads, obviously. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. So I hop into a game and start building it. And he like joins me, and we're like troubleshooting all this stuff. And he was just like, oh yeah, man, it's kind of just an idea. Like I haven't really figured out the logistics. And I was like, I'll see what I can do alone, and I'll send you a photo. And so I end up coming with up with this like, call it a concept. And I know I can't really show it on the thing, but it literally like his concept idea was great, like really really great. And so I literally like built it in game. It took me an hour ish to like gather all the resources and everything, and like do all the jobs necessary, because farmers can't build tools, so I had to switch over to blacksmith, and then blacksmiths can't build rows, so I had to switch over to engineer, and then they can't farm food, so I'm going hungry, right? So this whole like cycle of cycling through the jobs, I end up getting about 40% done, right? And I like still need to tweak a little things, so I go into paint and I edit it, and basically I get like really down to the logistics, and it's like the inner wall takes 44 wood, the outer wall takes 108. If you have 6 paths going from the inner wall to the outer wall, and build in the middle of the end of the 6th path, like the middle of the 6th path, it should be perfect. And he literally, like, his reaction really actually kind of made a chuckle. I was literally like, trying it in game now. We run through the whole thing, and he goes, "We got to try this out on a private server because it's not really like up to scale." And I was like, "True, I'll get my job tokens up to see if I can get some screenshots tonight." And then he goes, we had like a little bit more of a conversation. I sent him the picture, and I was like, "I got 40% done before I died of old age." And since I was solo, I got rid of the sound center where I died, but it should work perfect. I was like, it took me an hour to get all the farm tools for farming all this. And he goes, "Holy shit!" I was just like, with 4 to 5 people, honestly, you could get the main base done in like 20 minutes. And he was like, "All right, so you wanted to be lead architect, right?" And he was like mad impressed. And we like game planned where to go. And then he said, "Everyone meet our new Solark, me, 2064 president." And like did a like little said something about me, and was basically just like, "Congratulations." And I was just like, dude, rapidly promoted executive. Like I was just promoted to the second branch today. This cult is sick, bro. I love it here. And so we just like put in a little bit of effort, bro. Come on now. But yeah, that's pretty much been the whole day. Dude, I've been having fun with this Roblox thing. And then Ava showed me a video of it said the Hellaverse update. And so it's Hasbin Hotel and Hello Boss giving an update. So Hasbin Hotel, I think, is finished with season 2, and then is greenlit for season 3 and 4 of Hasbin Hotel, which is crazy. And we love that show. We're super excited for it. And then Hell of a Boss, I think, is coming out with new episodes as well. And then that's all in Prime Video. And then Hell of a Boss gets uploaded on YouTube. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty sick. Yeah. Do I have anything else to say? Our cat, Sai. Well, our cat. He's a stray cat in the neighborhood who just comes around sometimes. He has this like nasty gash up in his head, dude. And I've been having these weird. I swear I don't do crack, but I was cleaning my kitchen floor with like a scrubber, and right where the scrubber was, literally when I was like doing that, rubbed all this raw. This was from reaching my hand into my apron, and it's like It's like a piece of skinned flesh. Like I literally just like reach into my apron too fast, and the skin is all like dry, and it just shredded. It hurt so bad. I literally put band-aids all on it at work because it just hurt, bro. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, Sai had this like blister or cyst or something on his head, like right here, and it popped. So it had, like pus come out, and then we like cleaned out the pus or whatever, and then it like had a little bit of blood. We were like, "You're fine, bro." He comes back around. His head looked gross, like scabbed over, all like matted, nasty. We were like, ugh. Tonight we get home and we see him. He is literally like patch of blood, like oozing out of his head. He smells like pus, and I'm like, bro, he might be cooked. Like it's kind of crazy. He might be done, bro. That's a bad looking. That looks nasty. And literally, I think his bane is, even though he has a wound right here, that's like where cats like to be pet. So he's literally like rubbing up on stuff all up with his forehead. You're gonna agitate the wound, bro. I know that hurts, dog. You're insane. So, yeah, we might have to get a cat put down. Korey said he's gonna call around tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. I have a receipt that I need to account for here somewhere. From Scrocco Bell. Perfect. So yeah, I wanted to share a daily thought about recently the federal government has sent the Texas National Guard into Chicago, which is very interesting. And so there's been like this wave from the president to pseudo invade blue cities and like have weird ways to justify it and all this stuff. It is literally insane that people are justifying this in any way, shape, or form. I don't give a crap how mad you are at any group of people in America. Why are you invading a city? In what world do you go to a city? And so then there's like ICE in Portland, and there's the Texas National Guard in Chicago, and it's just like I'm in a red state. My town, our county votes red every time. Anyways, like we are safe, but I'm sitting here going, why would you want to divide the country up and attack cities for how they vote? That is insane. That is well and truly insane behavior. I genuinely believe, in my heart of hearts, if anyone else in American presidential history did something like this, during a time of peace, there's no coup, there's no insurrection, there's no one mad about anything, cities are running, GDP is going up, whatever. Congress would have impeached that motherfucker so fast. But we have such a useless Congress and Senate body. What the fuck, guys? How is it that he hasn't been arrested? Like this is clearly illegal. You're organizing military to move in on American cities. How? And people will hit me with the, National Guard is domestic protection. Okay, it's military. They use military everything. Why would you send them into a city in America to attack? Like this is Texas National Guard going into Chicago, Illinois. Doesn't make any damn sense. Like that just doesn't make any damn sense. How would anyone be okay with that? If Illinois sent the National Guard to go to Texas, would that be cool? Like, is that fine too? Like, in what world does this make any logical sense? And I feel like people are so wrapped up in divisiveness and rhetoric that they kind of lose their common sense reasoning, where it's literally just like, this is the first time anyone's ever done that, because we didn't know anyone would even think to fucking do that. Like, that's insane. And when we did think that someone could do that, like FDR probably got away with it, he would have been impeached. They would have just taken away his power and been like, dude, no. Like, that's too far. You're going to weaponize the military against citizens? Sit down. Like, that's what the whole point of Congress is. Like, that's what the whole point of the system is to balance out the executive. And we're at this point where it's literally just like, everyone is such clowns. It is such a circus in American politics. So who's running the fucking country? Like, what? And we're 10 days into a government shutdown. What the hell are we doing, fellas? Like, what the hell are we doing? It blows my mind that we've come this far and fallen this fast. Because never in my life did I think there'd be a day where the president's power is just going completely unchecked. Like, even as a kid, I knew Obama couldn't militarize the National Guard against citizens of another state. That just doesn't make sense. And here we are. Like, even if it was Governor, what is his name? Craig Abbott or something like that. Even if it was the governor of Texas who's like, yeah, let's mobilize the National Guard. You can't send him to another state, dude. That's new. That's a different jurisdiction. You're going to end up fighting the National Guard in Illinois because you're having a domestic invasion. So the domestic protectors from invasion are going to be mobilized. Like you literally are actively attempting to incite violence. For what gain, DJT? For what gain? Like, it's so ridiculous to me how obvious the ploy is and how cringe it is to even try. Because in order to secure power, you could just be a good leader. Everyone before you has tried to do that. But not you. You're different. And it's just like, what are we even thinking, fellas? What are we even thinking? And in what world is that okay? You know, it's like when I lay it out like this, people are always so quick to defend and, they deserve it, blah, blah, blah. No, they don't. It's as simple as that. Another state doesn't deserve to have a state send its National Guard across borders to do fucking anything uninvited. And I'm a radical leftist for saying that. I'm a Republican, motherfucker. I believe people have a right to exist, and I believe in states' rights. Like a Republican. How is it that it's okay for Texas as a National Guard to Illinois? I don't understand. I will never understand. You will never convince me of this. It does not make any sense. That's all I'll say on that. So, I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.